What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Trash Film Home Video. Once again, I'm going to be doing a Blu Ray 4K update. No DVDs. I don't know why I put DVD in the title. I rarely ever buy DVDs. Not that I have anything against DVDs, just I don't buy them that often. Gonna do it this way instead of the point of view thing this time. If anybody has seen any of the others and you like the others better, or you like this style better, just type me a little comment, let me know. Yeah. Again, thank you to any new subscribers that have found my channel and decided to subscribe and watch, and been getting a lot more interaction lately, which I'm very excited about. I just like talking movies, guys. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get this going. Blu Ray update, July. Up first, I'm pretty sure I already showed this, but Santa Sangra from Severin. I bought the Blu Ray instead of the 4K. Actually, I know I've already shown this because I remember saying the same thing I'm about to say, but I'll just keep on going. I didn't really like the packaging for the 4K, and it was gonna be like almost $50. I don't know that I'm gonna watch Santa Sangra that much to warrant a 4K. So I just picked up the Blu-ray. Looks great. Great movie. If you're into kind of offbeat horror, I'd say pick this up. Ton of features on the back there. Ton of features. Yeah, really good one. Up next, one of my favorite movies of all time. I have it on DVD. I never upgraded it. Was going to upgrade to the Blu-ray, and then I was on Orbit's site one day and saw a 4K, and I was like, oh, I know I'll watch this movie a ton. So picked it up on 4K. Angel Heart. Love this movie. It's got Robert De Niro and Mickey Rourke in it. Really interesting little story. Yeah, it's not hard to figure out what's going on once you kind of get going into it, but I love the movie. The movie looks great on here. Obviously, this is from Studio Canal. It's an overseas 4K, but 4K is inherently region free. So if you're looking for a 4K, I think Orbit still has them. It's a little pricey. It's $29. But if you really love the movie, I think this is the way to go. If not, if you just, the Blu-ray is still completely available. Last time I looked, so you can pick that up. But if you want a 4K, really, nice edition of it, then Orbit DVD. Up next, we've got Frankenstein Created Woman. I get on Hammer kicks, and I got on one recently and bought a bunch, and I had never seen this one, and I really enjoyed it. Very, very much, actually. It's a little more sci-fi than it is horror, but, there's the back there. Obviously starring the amazing Peter Cushing. Yeah, if you're into Hammer and the Frankenstein films, give it a shot. Next, we got Dazed and Confused. One of my favorite movies. Not a horror film. Kind of more of a coming-of-age comedy. I used to own this and just had to pick it up again. I don't think it's in print. I got it off eBay, but it's pretty cheap. So, yeah. This is the Criterion. Comes with a little, well, not a little, but, big old booklet. Yeah, very nice. This is one of the first, and a poster. This is one of the first really nice Blu-ray editions that Criterion did back in the day. And they're not quite as well put together and nice, but as they used to be. This is a really, it's hefty. I don't know. It's got weight to it. But yeah, love Dazed and Confused. Up next, we got Mortuary with Bill Paxton. Christopher George, Linda Day George. Not the best slasher movie in the world, but a fun slasher movie. It comes with the slip, obviously, you know, with all the rated R and all that stuff. Comes with a poster, which is just this artwork. And then I don't remember what the... oh, it doesn't, that's right. This one doesn't have alternate artwork, so it's just the one. But not the best slasher movie in the world, but it's not bad. It's fun. And of course, this was released before, and then went out of print, and then MVD released it again, which is, it's just the Scorpion release. It's even got Scorpion on the back there, so it's just the Scorpion release with a slipcover and a poster. And then continuing on with that trend, we got House and Sorority Row, which is one of my favorite slasher movies. And actually, I just learned that there are 2 cuts of the film on here. I was watching Justin run 1988, his stream the other night, and he had picked this up as well. And apparently there's a different cut of the movie on here. I didn't realize that. It's in the special features. So I'll have to check that out. There's a lot of special features on here. And the artwork on the inside, I like this artwork, but like this, oh man, now that is some artwork right there. Let's check that out. That is nice. I really wish this would have been the slip and this would have been the alternate, but like I would have put, like, the poster is this artwork. I'd rarely ever take the posters out of my editions and actually hang them. I would have hung this one up. So I'm sure if I really wanted to, I could go find some sort of like a little 11 by 17 print of it or something, but yeah, fun movie, not super gory or anything, but a nice slasher. If you're into slashers, you probably already know about House and Sorority Row. Next, I got Day of the Beast. Alex de la Iglesia. This is a great movie. I really had a lot of fun with this. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's kind of a comedy, not a comedy. It's dark comedy. I don't know. It's great. And the 4K looks absolutely gorgeous. A little pricey, but whatever. Of course, Severin. But yeah, a lot of fun. If you're into something, if you're wanting to see something kind of, how would I put it? It's kind of fresh, something to kind of, this feels like a nice, like, fresh salad after all you've been doing is eating steak all week. That's what, you know, it's like, it still makes sense with the meal, but it's different. So if you want to see something just a little bit different, but very good, I would say Day of the Beast. Up next, House of Wax from Scream Factory. I remember when this first came out, this is one of those movies that if you liked it, you didn't say you liked it. I liked the movie. The very first time I saw it, I liked the movie. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's fun. You know, it's well acted. It's kind of got an odd tone to it because it's like they end up in this town in the middle of nowhere, but everything is like Art Deco. It's like somebody grabbed buildings from Miami and plopped them in the middle of nowhere. It's real weird. And then, of course, the whole house, it's made of wax that melts later on in the movie. You get to see Paris Hilton die, which apparently was a selling point to the movie. It was a marketing tool that they used. Come see Paris Hilton die, which she was totally cool with, and she's interviewed on the special features here. Yeah, she was totally cool with it, thought it was hilarious. And she really doesn't do a bad job in this movie. She doesn't really have to do much outside of her comfort zone, which is play herself. She's kind of just a toned down version of Paris Hilton. But she doesn't do a bad job. And it's a fun, kind of offbeat slasher movie. So if you haven't seen House of Wax, I'd say check it out. If you have seen it and you haven't watched it in a while, I'd say revisit it, see what you think. It's like part of that it's part of that kind of like, let's get a bunch of pretty people and watch them die. But at the same time, they're likable people. It's not hard to enjoy this one. Up next, Just Desserts. I had no idea there was a full-length Creepshow documentary. Standalone. Had no idea. This is directed by Michael Felsher, who's the, brains behind Red Shirt Pictures, who does features for tons and tons of people, tons of companies, Screen Factory, Synapse. He's doing a lot of work with Vestron right now. But this is a full-length making of Creepshow, which is pretty cool. And then the really cool part is on the features. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's down at the bottom. Let me see where it's... I don't know where it's at, but if you can see on there, it'll say Scream Greats, Volume 1. That is something that was released by Fangoria on VHS way back in the day. I don't even know if Scream Greats got a Volume 2, but it's a little like 25 to 30 minute documentary on Tom Savini, made back when like he was still really hot and still, not that Tom Savini, he's a legend, he's always like, whatever, in or whatever, but like this was when he was at the height of his career. And you can only get it on VHS, or you can, find a rip of it, but it's from VHS. This one, it looks pretty good. I mean, you can tell it was made for VHS. You can tell it was on VHS. It's not like Blu Ray quality, but it's the best quality you're gonna get. And that for me was worth price of admission. So if you're into documentaries, if you just don't know enough about Creepshow, Just Desserts. Kind of in the same vein, Go-Go Boys. The history, or not the history, but the inside story of Cannon Films. Now, this is not going to be a highlight reel of Cannon Films, and, they don't talk to a whole lot of people that were in the movies. It's mostly about Golan and Globus, how they started, where they come from, how they got here. It's mostly about them, and more so the business, the Cannon Films as a business, less so than like the movies. So if you want to know a lot about the movies that Cannon made, this is not the documentary for you. This is literally about Golan and Globus and the business, basically, and what they did and how they did it. And it's still very cool, and if you're into Cannon Films, I still think it's a good watch. It's also cheap. This whole thing was $15. That's $15 with the slip and everything. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. So if you want to know about the history of Cannon Films and the guys and all that kind of stuff, pick that up. Up next is one that I initially did not care for when I first watched it years and years ago. But I kind of already knew. I was like, why didn't I just buy that when I rebought the first one? This one I never owned before, but Return of the Living Dead Part 2. It's goofy and weird, and why are Clu Gulager and Tom Matthews back? They're kind of the same characters. They're kind of not. But it is fun. Literally, the back, a hoot. It's fun. There it is. You don't need to say any more. Up next, we got Horror Noir, A History of Black Cinema, or Black Horror. Very cool documentary. I bought a lot of documentaries this time. Anyway, you can watch this on Shudder. It's on Shudder. It's a Shudder original, but I liked it enough that I wanted a physical copy, so bought a physical copy. If you haven't seen Horror Noir, check it out. And then if I'm going to get Horror Noir, I'm going to go ahead and grab Cursed Films. I grabbed these two at the Grindhouse sale that they had. Cursed Films is it's a series, I guess, but I think I actually haven't plopped this in. I watched this on Shudder. I haven't watched it on the actual physical copy. But this one has a director's commentary. This is definitely kind of if you're in the right mindset, man, this thing will take a toll on your brain. It's kind of depressing. A lot of bad stuff happening in this movie to people. You know, it's the myths and legends behind Poltergeist, The Omen, The Exorcist, The Crow, and Twilight Zone, the movie. Yeah, this one can be a bit of a downer. Be watching it all at once. It kind of takes a toll. Took a toll on me a little bit, but I'm glad to have it in the collection. Then up next we got, like I said, I'm on my Van Damme thing. Van Damme Knockoff. This is this is from, is it 88? Yeah, 88 films. This one's pretty funny. This is more of a comedy action film. Like, I think they could have probably plopped Jackie Chan in here and it would have worked just the same. This one's a limited edition. Let's see, what all does it come with? Limited edition. Comes with a poster and postcards. So this one's a fun one. I liked it. I didn't watch any of the features on it, but let's see. Postcards, fold-out poster. We got an interview with the writer, making of, an audio commentary. And that's it. There is nothing with Van Damme on here. Weird. But anyway. And this is a limited, numbered slipcase. $27.89 out of 3,000. There were only 3,000 of these, I guess, probably slipcases made. But, all right. And then at the end here, one that I had actually never seen, and really glad I blind bought this one. I know that people were really talking this up and stuff, and I took the advice and picked it up, and I'm really glad I did. That's Eyes of a Stranger from Scream Factory. This has got Jennifer Jason Leigh in her first role. She plays a blind, mute girl. Very cool serial killer, slasher-y thriller kind of thing. I very, very much... Directed by Ken Wiederhorn, which actually... Also directed by Ken Wiederhorn. Two very different movies. But I really, really liked it. And it's got a good amount of special features on here, too. Yeah. Really enjoyed this. If you haven't seen Eyes of a Stranger, I think it's definitely worth a purchase. Yeah. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's my update for now. Again, thank you everybody for subscribing, liking, commenting. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Here I go into my I don't know how to end a video thing. So, yeah, I'll see you guys next time.